Welcome to the channel, guys. I got something pretty cool for you today. This is the ATN ThOr thermal sight. I absolutely prefer thermal over night vision for various reasons. We'll get into that in a little bit here. But I've been having a little bit of trouble of getting the files from here onto my phone to edit in for video. So I'm going to try my damnedest to get it on there for you guys. But if nothing else, if I can't get the video from inside here, there's a ton of other videos on YouTube you guys could check out and see what it looks like for yourselves. There's a few issues here and there, which I'll go over here too in a little bit. But I'm going to get 0 to 50 yards. You could set multiple zeros for different profiles. It comes with a quick detach on the actual scope itself. So like I said, you can have multiple profiles for different calibers, different rifles. Plop it on in the same spot. I haven't been able to test that out yet to see if it holds zeros, taking it off from rifle to rifle shooting and loading up that profile and see if it stays zeroed on that rifle. So I haven't been able to test that out yet. That will come in a future video. But one problem I'm having so far is you need to get this this scope back as far as you can. I'm trying to set it up on an AR-15 style rifle. You kind of have to tilt your head over too far with the mount that comes with it. I'm not sure if it's available, but do some searching. It's definitely worth it to get some kind of riser mount that'll lift it up so you're not so far over to the right and you're not able to get as clear as this picture as you could if it was higher. Now don't get me wrong, as is it's definitely usable, but just for an added comfort level and ease of use, I would recommend doing that. You could record video, you could take pictures. There's like 6 or 7 different color settings for your heat: white hot, black hot, rainbow, all kinds of different colors. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but it has GPS, has Wi-Fi, has Bluetooth, so you could sync it up to an app on your phone and control it that way if you wish. I haven't been able to use this hunting on a rifle yet, but I was using it as a rifle scope and it's been working excellent that way. So I'm going to try to get it zeroed in and see how it works, made it up with a rifle, and if I have anything to report, hopefully I can get some video on here with you guys. It does have a microphone on it. It has recoil activated video, so you could set a timer that will record, I think the most is about 30 seconds before your shot, and then you can extend it. I haven't tested out the max limit of extended, but you can extend a certain period of time after your shot as well. So the recoil will start the recording, but it will record before it as well. So you don't have to always have it on and recording, taking up your SD card space. So it'll save some space that way. And yeah, so let's just get to shooting and see how it goes. Hopefully I can get some video recorded for you guys from inside the scope.
So I had to do a voiceover on this part. For some reason the microphone wasn't picking up. I know it does work. I think what happened is when I formatted and uploaded the new software, I didn't do a system reboot. So, but I know it does work on here. It's worked before. I'm just glad that I was able to get the video inside the scope on here. Now it's not showing you everything from the video, what it actually looks like. You'll have a gauge on your left side and a gauge on the right. The gauge on the left will show you your yaw, like your cant, if you're canting one way or the other, and the other gauge will show you your angle up and down. So you could always know your level and without using an outside level on the scope. Everything's located inside. You also have a compass up top and a few other options like that'll show you your zoom level, how it's recording, things like that. This is just one option. Like I said, you can change the colors on the inside, what's hot. In this video here, white is hot and black is cold. I was shooting on a cold day, so there's not too many. Right here I'm showing you the zoom level. I was zoomed in at 4 and I zoomed back out to 2 here. But it was cold outside, so there wasn't too many hot things to kind of show you what it looks like. Also, for me transferring the video to get it onto my cell phone, it's losing some quality. So kind of take this video as well with like a little bit of a grain of salt. It's much more defined in person. But in a little bit here you'll see a bird. There was a ton of animals around when I first started, but once I started shooting they scattered. This is my target I was zeroing at. You can see I placed a hot pack, which I recommend doing right in the middle. This crosshair here, there's like 4 different crosshair setups you can choose from. You can change the color. When you go to 0, you'll get another set of crosshairs that pop up. So go ahead and shoot a group. See where your group is on the target, then stick another hot pack right where your group is. And then all you have to do is, with the arrows on the scope, is adjust it down to where your 0 actually is. And your green set is where you aimed at. Hit the save button and it'll adjust your 0 right to there. So you really only have to shoot one group to zero this rifle with. Doesn't matter where you're at, as long as you can see where your group landed. You should be able to zero it within one group. So that is a really nice feature. Its definition is good and you can adjust it. Here's a little bird that I found. That's the only animal that I could find while I was recording this. But you can see it pops out immediately. It's very defined too when you're looking at pigs or deer. You could see their spots. I mean, you could see everything, their rack. So it's very easy to identify. So that scope is pretty easy to zero. It doesn't take a large group or a lot of shots to get zeroed with it. My first group was down here and off the cardboard for the most part. My second string came up to here, these 3 straight across. I'll show you why it's spaced out so far. This is just at 50 yards. But and then my third group was here, and then by that point I knew that I could just make my adjustments one click down, and that would bring me up to center. So I didn't feel the need to take another shot. Plus I'm just trying to get this video out to you guys. But I'll just show you why that shot string or that grouping is so bad. So this is why this shot string was so spread apart. I don't blame it on the sight at all. The sight's pretty consistent as far as 0 goes. But this thing fell apart when I was trying to drag it back to 50 yards. So I just threw like 2 screws actually in it just to try to hold it up. But it is still wobbly. And that's what I was shooting off of. But like I said, I don't blame it on the sight. One issue I was having was that the scope was losing focus after every shot. This is your focus adjustment here. It is kind of loose, but I don't think so loose that 556 should be adjusting that. So I might call the company and see what they say. If they need me to send it in and get it repaired, I'm not sure. I'm going to get in contact with them and see what they say. But this is kind of what it looks like here. You can go ahead and throw, it comes with a Picatinny rail mount adjustment. Like I said, this is your focus, and this is for your diopter. Once you set it, you kind of set it and forget it, but it'll kind of zoom in for you if the screen feels like it's too far away. One thing you kind of have to do, since you're not actually looking through a scope, it's a screen, so you're gonna kind of have to push your face pretty close up to there to get a nice wide field of view. They make, like I said, the most expensive, why these are so expensive is because the glass that they use that intakes the heat signatures. This is one of the second to the smallest one. They make them, I think, out to like 100. I mean, the glass is like this big, which would probably be better, but you're talking like $5-6 grand for those ones. So I went ahead with this model. I'll show you what the glass looks like. It comes with like a camera lens cap cover. This is a 25mm, I believe it says, yeah. Pretty cool looking glass. Now when you first get this and you start it up, you're going to want to go ahead and keep that covered. Power it on, let it go through its power up mode, and then you're going to want to nuck it, which is kind of like calibrating it, because the screen will kind of have, it'll look fuzzy. The power button acts as a nuck if that option is turned on. I think it's turned on from the factory that way. So don't forget though to keep that lens cover on when you do this, and then go ahead and just tap the power button mode real quick. It'll calibrate, and then your picture will get clearer.
So if you're getting kind of fuzzy picture, that's why. Just go ahead and recalibrate it and it should clear up in no time. If you happen to lose this lens cover like I did on my last hunt, luckily I found it by the end of the day, but you could use something like a book or your hand. Just make sure you cover it. If you calibrate it without something covering the lens, you're going to get ghost images with whatever you're looking at. So you're going to want to make sure you do that when you calibrate it. Here's your settings, pretty easy. Your zoom are your up and down arrows, pictures are your left arrow, and record video is your right arrow. And it'll let you see what you're doing on inside the screen. Like I said, this zooms in. This is a 2:8, which is perfect for wherever I'm hunting at. And it's not an actual lens that is doing the zooming. It's a digital zoom. So you're going to lose a little bit of definition, which is why I wasn't too worried about getting like the 9:36 power. So you'll lose some definition for sure zooming in those levels. It'll start to look like a pixels. You'll be able to see the pixels at high zoom levels. But the 2:8 wasn't too bad. I lost a little bit of definition, but wasn't as bad as I was thinking. So this is a good zoom levels to work with if you're wondering about that. It's a little bit heavy. I have to go ahead and go inside and weigh it, but it's not too bad. Like I said, the only thing I wish I would have grabbed with it is a higher mount so my head's not so tilted. It's kind of hard to look at it. It wouldn't be so bad with a regular rifle scope, but when you're looking at a screen and your head's tilted, it's kind of awkward. But I got used to it. It's not that bad, but definitely if you have the option, go with a higher mount. This is for your HDMI cable and your SD cards. You'll open that up for there. And this is where your lithium batteries will go. You can buy a charger pack that goes on your stock. It'll extend it up to like something crazy, like 20 hours, 24 hours or something. You can run this on all the time, and it'll go that far. In the manual, there's different settings to how long each battery will work. Definitely go with lithium rechargeable if you can. If not, your next step down will be lithium, and then your regular alkaline will be below that, which will give you about 4 hours, I think, a runtime at the lowest battery setting. So you are getting a lot of runtime out of it, so there's really nothing to worry about there. It comes with 4 lithium batteries, and this is the case it comes with. Nice little case. So if you get this and wondering where your batteries are at, that's where your optical sit. They're inside this pouch here. Little zipper space here, and it'll be in a baggie with the manual. I just brought along extra batteries when I was hunting just in case I needed it, but I haven't needed to change these batteries after a couple days of long hunts, so it's been going pretty good. Like I said, hopefully I can get this the video of what it looks like inside for you guys. But if not from my video, go ahead and do a YouTube search for this site and you'll see a ton of videos of people hunting hogs, deer, and you'll be able to see the different color palettes and how to use it. So that shouldn't be an issue there. One thing with this, once I go to try to show all the settings on the video, it wants me to stop recording. So even if I do happen to get the recording inside on this video, I can't show you all the options, but there is a video, like I said, on YouTube that'll show you all that stuff. Any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I'm still kind of new with this site. It's only been, I think, about a month with it. So I can't really tell you to recommend it one way or the other. They do make an XS site that looks more like a traditional rifle scope, but it is night vision and not thermal. I would definitely recommend the thermal over the night vision if you have the option. But one thing that's good about the night vision scope is that you can take night vision mode off and use it like a regular scope. That's one downfall of these. If there's no batteries, you have no scope. You're not able to look through it and see crosshairs. Everything is digital. So be prepared to have a lot of batteries with you, and but you will get a lot of battery life out of it. So it'll definitely go through a whole day of patrol if you're not recording and not taking different pictures and using Wi-Fi and stuff. If you're actually using it as your job in your profession, it should last you a whole patrol. But you know, if that is your profession, you already know to have a shit ton of batteries with you for whatever gear you're using, your lights, your lasers, your illuminators, your scopes, red dots, comms. You guys know the drill, so I'm kind of preaching to the choir there. There it is, ATN ThOr HD sight. This is the 2 to 8 power version. Like I said, any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. So a few features I forgot to mention is this does have a ballistic calculator in it. You need to input your bullet velocity, the weight, the BC, all that good stuff. But it does have that option in there. Also has range estimation in it. Now it's not like a laser rangefinder where you point and shoot and it gives a reflection with an exact distance. This is definitely a range estimation. So what you do is you'll get a line, you'll put it at the top of your target, and then you'll get a second line that you put on below it, and then input the height of your target, and that'll give you your range. So if you're only working with this and without a spotting scope, that's kind of helpful. But just to be sure, or just to be clear, it's not going to be 100% accurate as a lot of good laser rangefinders will be. But if you practice with your range estimation skills with regular scopes, you should be good to go with this, and pretty familiar with how to do that. There's a ton of videos again on YouTube, so I'm trying not to make this video too long, so I'm not going to go through and tell you guys how to do range estimation. And I'm not a professional. That was not my profession, like a long range rifleman. I was a door kicker with a saw, so that's not my lane. But if you're kind of new to it and you have some questions, I can help you out with that. But there's a lot of guys that'll explain it a lot better than I can through this video. But I'll help you where I can. And that's about it. Let me know what you guys think of it, if you think it's worth it, or if you have it, and what your experience has been with it. Like I said, the only con is the height, especially on an AR style rifle, and the focus goes out of focus after each shot. So I don't know if it's specific to this particular scope or if it's this model in general. I'm gonna have to get back with you guys and let you know. I'll pin it down in the comments after I've talked to the company and see what they have to say about it, and I'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff if you want to. If not, thanks for watching.